When people think of tropical destinations, Hawaii or the Caribbean come to mind.
CBS travel reporter Wendy Gillette has another idea for you, the Maldives.
Where? And where are these islands? We talked to Wendy earlier this week.
First, let's start with the location of the Maldives. It's a country made up of about 1,200 islands in the north-central Indian Ocean, about 400 miles southwest of Sri Lanka. If you haven't seen the Instagram images, every property in the Maldives sits on its own private island, surrounded by varying shades of turquoise blue water. Almost all hotels have overwater bungalows, which are very expensive, but are the perfect place to use your saved-up points. Freelance journalist Chris Dong used Marriott Bonvoy points to visit the new Ritz-Carlton Maldives Fari Islands last year.
There's the opportunity to get a lot of outsized value from your points that are points that you can earn from credit cards like a Chase or a Amex. And it's easy to earn and transfer those points directly to a Marriott.
The resort on a private island in the Indian Ocean boasts circular designs, round-shaped overwater bungalows, a circular spa, and a rounded infinity pool to watch the sunset. Rooms start at $1,700 a night or 80,000 Marriott points.
I wouldn't be able to afford that $1,700 a night stay. So using points really allows you to unlock aspirational, luxurious opportunities all around the world.
You also get access to the nearby Patina Resort to visit its marina and facilities. Hilton has 2 new Maldives properties. There's a more affordable Sai Lagoon, just a 15-minute boat ride from the country's main airport. Stays here start at 74,000 Hilton Honors points a night. A higher-end option, the Waldorf Astoria, where overwater rooms look more like lavish homes with private pools long enough to swim laps. All this luxury will cost you 150,000 points per night.
The American guests know the brand and they would be happy to come and experience it in a totally different environment.
There are 11 restaurants here at the Waldorf, including Yasmin, which serves Middle Eastern cuisine. That's more than any other resort in the Maldives. Intercontinental opened its first hotel in the Maldives shortly before the pandemic. We got reduced rates for our stays. Nights here normally start at 120,000 IHG points for rooms like these that straddle both land and sea.
We've had an increase of Americans, increasing by nearly 200% to the resort post-pandemic.
If you're tempted and want to quickly accrue points, experts say explore credit cards with hefty sign-up bonuses, so you can soon be swimming in paradise. Because all Maldives properties are on private islands, all stays require boat or plane transfers from the main airport. They're not included in room rates, including those you get using points, and can cost as much as $600 round trip. So that is something to keep in mind.
How many points are we talking about here?
Well, hundreds of thousands, which you'll see from that story. Yeah, it's hundreds of thousands of points.
Well, if you don't have hotel points,
a night,
can you tell us ballpark what it would cost in U.S. dollars?
Well, most of the hotels are like $1,200 a night, $1,000 a night. Some of the lower priced options now are maybe around $400, $500 a night. And these are for the overwater bungalows. So these are the ones that everyone sees on Instagram and says, oh, I want to do my honeymoon there. I want to do my wedding anniversary there. Very special occasions. But the great thing about being able to use points is that you can store them up like a little squirrel and then use them to splurge on something really, really big.
It seems like quite an effort to get there, but it sounds like paradise.
It's definitely paradise, and it's definitely a huge effort to get there. When I went there, I went through Qatar, and I think it took around 25 hours round trip. So for the whole trip, I'm sorry, from door to door. So it is not an easy journey. It takes more than a day to get there. But when you get there, it is definitely worth it.
What a tough assignment, Wendy. Let me tell you, you made us so jealous. The video is just beautiful.
I know.
Have you ever been, for example,
Thank
to
you.
like...
You feel sorry for me. I know.
Have you been to like Bora Bora, someplace like that? If you're going to spend that kind of money and that kind of time, which direction would you go?
Yeah, I actually have done Tahiti and Maldives a bunch of times, and I did a story actually comparing the overwater bungalows in both places. And you'd think that overwater bungalows are sort of all the same. Going to Tahiti is a very different experience because it's much more activity-oriented. You can do tours. There's other things to do on the island. When you go to the Maldives, it is just that private island. It's the hotel just on the private island. So you're really stuck there. Now, if you're with someone you love, of course, that's ideal. hotel. You're in this beautiful hotel. And there's nowhere I've been in the world that has the level of hotels that the Maldives has. But you don't have that much to do besides the water sports, the spa. Everything is just on this very small island. So you got to go with someone you really like.
Oh, it sounds heavenly,
Yeah, it
doesn't
does.
it?
Sounds like plenty. Wendy, thanks for being with us today.
Great to see you, Wendy. Thank you so much.
Sure.